Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. The Cats are going to have their first true road test tonight in Georgia, and Perrin is going to kind of help with the scouting report here and break it down. Georgia obviously coming off a huge win against Memphis. Kentucky coming off an even bigger win, dare I say it, against Louisville, and then Missouri. But this is their first true road test. So who are we going to? Anthony Edwards, we're going to have to focus on. But let's start with Tyree Crump. He's the senior point guard. What do we do with him?
Yeah, so Tyree Crump is a senior. He's a guy that's been there. He came in with Mark Fox, and now he's here with Tom Crean as well. He's a guy that's been through the wars and done enough. Of his 106 attempts, only 15 of them have gone to the basket. So what does that tell you? He's not looking to go to the hole. He wants to shoot. So when you think of him as a spot-up shooter. Also, an interesting stat about him as well is he averages 11 points at home and only 4 points on the road. So with this being a home game, look for him to try to have a big game.
So if he's not really a driver, then I would say Maxey quickly to guard him and leave Ashton for somebody else.
I think I'm 100% right there with you. I think Ashton probably ends up on Edwards because this kid's going to spot up. So you probably put quickly on him and then have him challenge with his length because he had great length and he did a great job with Jordan War in the Louisville game as we all saw. So yes I think that's who's going to be on him.
All right, Donnell Gresham Jr. He's from Minnesota, so I'm kind of cool with him, but I don't want him to do well in this game tonight.
So when you think about him in this game, you got to think about a guy. He's a senior, he's a fifth-year senior, grad transfer from Northeastern. He's a guy that's not going to give you anything. He's steak and potatoes. He can shoot it, he can pass it, but more importantly, he's a guy that's a settler and a game manager. He's a great game manager. He doesn't do anything great. He's a guy that can shoot the ball a little bit, goes to the hole as well, but he's not going to be anything you haven't seen before, just a flash in the pan here and there.
All right, Anthony Edwards is going to be a lottery pick.
Yes.
He didn't score a ton in that Memphis game, but he impacted the game greatly, as great players do. So how do we contain him?
So with guys like him, they have bad assist to turnover ratios, meaning they're always looking to score. But this kid does not turn the ball over at all. He averages 18 points a game. He averages 5 rebounds. And here's another thing about him. He's 6'5", 225 pounds. So he's a strong kid. So when you watch him, they put him in situations where he ends up on the left side and he attacks the lane because he's right-handed. So that way he's going to the middle rather than the baseline. But he does a whole lot of great things. He's a multi-skilled scorer. But one thing I will say you got to think about is this. Against Memphis, he was 4 of 17. So he's going to look to have a great game against Kentucky because he wants to prove to those guys that he's better than them and he just wanted to go to Georgia because he wanted to stay close to home.
So is he going to just try to bulldoze through Ashton? Ashton maybe having a little ankle soreness or something like that, might not be 100%. And he is really stocky and thick, and he's bigger than Ashton.
I mean, yes. I mean, I'm 6'5" right now. I'm 220. I mean, he's bigger than me.
Yeah.
So when you look at him, he's a guy he's a physical guy. Why he's athletic, he's stronger than he is athletic. So when you think of guys that score like that, physical scores, think Paul Pierce, guys that don't get off the ground but they can dunk. He's a guy like that in that type of body. So he's going to be just a real physical presence to try to bully his way to the basket or try to get to the foul line.
All right, let's go down low. Georgia doesn't have a tremendous amount of size. We're going to have a 6'8" and 6'9" guy. Let's start with Tumani Kamara. And Rayshawn Hammonds we're going to get to, but he's just a freshman.
Yes, he's a freshman. He's from Belgium. You know, he's new to America. He's here to play basketball. He's a guy that's not going to do anything special. He's going to rebound the ball. He's going to run. He scores. If anything, he scores like most of his baskets around the rim, rebounds and putbacks, but nothing special with him. He's not going to give you anything detailed, and he's foul prone. The last 2 games, he's had 4 fouls. So if I'm E.J. Montgomery, I attack him because I know he's not as good as me, and I attack him and make him guard me and be a threat against him.
Well, E.J. needs to attack someone. But Nick Richards has really seemed to flourish these last couple of games. Rayshawn Hammonds will probably have to deal with him. How does Nick continue his streak?
I think he does, and I think he should. You know, Rayshawn Harris is not a big kid, but he's also a 14-point-a-game scorer and 9 rebounds a game. So he's almost a double-double type of guy.
That's similar to what Nick's been doing.
Yeah, so you're talking, but the thing about him is, unlike Nick does a lot of his damage around the basket. They use this guy in a lot of multifacets where around the rim, they pick and pop with him and Edwards, and he can step out and shoot it. However, the main thing about him that you want to talk about is he has, I think it's 21 assists to 28 turnovers. So you know when he catches the ball, he's not looking to pass. He's looking to attack you. Because if he was going to pass, he had more assists than turnovers. So he's obviously a guy that either he scores or he throws the ball away.
All right, first hostile environment. Perrin has broken it down for you against them Georgia Bulldogs. That game is tonight at 9 o'clock. More Hey Kentucky right after this.